Okay, so to begin, you need a good base for when you're doing your makeup and everything. So when I start my makeup, I like to cleanse my face, do like a toner, and then moisturize. But you don't want too much moisture because it can make your makeup oily. So I'm gonna start by cleansing my face with this rose water toner. Put it on a cotton pad, and just then I kind of let it dry down a little bit before I put on my um, moisturizer. So this one, I got samples first because you will always want to sample something before you actually put it on your face. So I got these samples from Sephora. This is the Ole Henriksen. I don't know how to say that. Sea Brush Brighten Gel Cream.
I use this, and I got it for $5.
Yeah, this one is not $5.
And it's very moisturizing.
And I have the same thing by Ole him or her maybe. It's a Banana Bright Eye Under Cream. Okay, now that we're done with the moisturizing step and everything, we're gonna move into the eyebrows. Okay, so I did one eyebrow off camera. I'm gonna do this eyebrow on camera. This is my trouble eyebrow, so bear with me while we get her together. So I'm gonna use this angle brush that I got from e.l.f. It used to be a duo brush, but yeah, I broke it off. But I usually brush out my eyebrows, which is already brushed out. I just brush it in the direction or the shape that I want it. I follow along my natural shape of my eyebrow. And then I have this concealer brush for when I conceal my eyebrows, and I used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Warm Beige to conceal my eyebrows. And sometimes if I want just eyebrows, like I will conceal the bottom of my eyebrows with this concealer, and then I will use my foundation for the top of my eyebrows just so it blends better when I'm just doing eyebrows. So let's get into this eyebrow look. So you want to start off with light brush strokes, and so it look like small hairs when you're brushing it out. So yeah. And I always tend to start in the middle of my eyebrows because like the first couple applications of your product are usually the most darkest. What pomade I was using? Oh, sorry, I'm using the e.l.f. pomade. It's just like medium, in the shade medium brown. The Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pomade is also very good. Kayla has some. I think she's about to show y'all, so yeah. And when I get to the front of my eyebrows, I usually don't put a lot of product there because people be having boxy eyebrows, and I don't like the boxy eyebrow look. Like it's just it's just not it, okay? So yeah, we just not gonna do that. And so this is usually what my trouble eyebrow looks like when before we conceal. So now we're gonna conceal, and just go in the shape of your eyebrow because it fits your face. This probably will not fit your face, but it might. I'm starting incorrectly already. Go in the middle because it's the most product on your brow. And then bring it to the front. Okay, so usually like when you do this part, you can see what shape your brow is gonna be in. I'm gonna add some more to the tail so that I have sisters, not cousins. Cousins are sometimes okay when you just cannot get it right, but you don't want evil stepsister type eyebrows or like fourth cousin, 3 times removed eyebrows because because that is not cute, okay? And we don't like that. Like we like sisters. We like not necessarily twins. I haven't had twins in a minute, but yeah, we want them to match. We need them to match because eyebrows make or break your face.
Period.
And so you just want to blend because you don't want an eyebrow that don't look like it's blended. You don't want anything that don't look like it's blended. Let's be real. And I typically blend with my finger because it kind of leaves a better look for me. Okay, so let's talk about it. You see this eyebrow? I mean, yeah, it's not cute. And this eyebrow, these are giving me distant cousins. We don't want distant cousins. So we're gonna go back into our pomade and fix the ends of our eyebrows. And I usually kind of just bend my eyebrows to check like if it's the same and everything. Like it's just a facial expression I make. Kayla, come here. How we look?
This one look a little longer.
Like, yeah, she's getting on my nerves. I told y'all this is my problem eyebrow. And then, ooh, not quite twins, but sisters nonetheless. I usually check with Kayla to make sure that my girls are sisters or some form of relatives that's not removed from your family. Okay, so we good? Good. Okay. Next, so this is a step that I don't do. I do not prime. I just personally don't do priming. Is priming. Okay, so you need to find a primer that's suitable for you. You don't want a primer that's too drying or too mattifying, and primer helps make your makeup last longer. And usually when you use a primer or anything before you do your foundation, so like for moisturizer, primer, yeah, all those, you want to use if you're using a water-based foundation, you want to use a water-based primer or moisturizer so that your makeup lasts on your face longer and it just matches and it doesn't leave you like super caked up and one product has you dried out and the other would, yeah, just balance. Basics. I'm not gonna prime. I'm gonna go straight into my foundation. For foundation, I use Maybelline Fit Me. I use Toffee 330. This
super fire. You don't even feel it on your face. It's light.
Yeah, it is light and it's long lasting as well. To have a foundation that matches your undertone. So for me, like I have like a warmer undertone. So there's 3 types of undertones. There's a cool undertone, a warm undertone, and a neutral undertone. For cool tones, they are pinker, gray, and blue. For warm tones, they are fire colors like red, gold, yellow. For neutrals, it's like an olive color. It can be both warm and cool at the same time. But they can read on your face is gray. So when it looks like people are dead, they usually have a neutral undertone on their face. But I mean, that's just what I think about. So you can use undertones to warm up your face or cancel out your face, like cancel out some things in your face, like the colors and everything. Most of my foundations warms up my. It really depends on the product. It's never going to be the same with each foundation that you get. A tip for figuring out if you are warm, cool, or neutral is to put a piece of gold or silver jewelry up against your neck. I don't have any gold jewelry right now, so or silver jewelry, but like if you have a gold jewelry piece and you feel like it accents your face and makes you just like balanced, like then you are probably a warm undertone. If you have like a silver, if you find that you like silver more, you're probably a cool undertone. To find like a foundation that you think is your skin tone, I usually match to the back of my hand because like my chest is too light, my neck, it's just never like perfect, but you'll know when a foundation is suitable for you based on when you wear it and everything. When I use this foundation, I usually pour it on the back of my hand and then I just do little dots on my skin. And I tend to stay away from my nose because putting foundation directly on your nose kind of makes it wears off faster. I just can't talk wears off faster. Like then with the rest, I kind of just put it under my chin and stuff because you know your chin needs love too. Okay. And then I already wet my beauty blender, but I use a wet beauty blender and just dab it out. And so you wanna, oh wait, y'all, I forgot a step. Glitter primer nose. This is the NYX glitter primer. Yeah, I think it's NYX, y'all. It's the NYX glitter primer, and I just put some here. So what this does is helps the foundation last longer on my nose. I have a oily, very oily nose, and makeup tends to rub off on my nose a lot, so I use this to help. This is my second time doing this. I use it to help just stay a little bit longer than usual. And then you blend, and you want to dab at your face, not rub, because rubbing is just not good for your skin. And take your time to blend out your face. You don't want to look casket ready. Now I feel like I'm good and blended. Let me pause. For concealer, I use a shade that's 1 or 2 tones lighter than my foundation, just to give myself like a brighter under eye and brighten up certain areas. I conceal after foundation because usually if you conceal before you do foundation, you put too much concealer. I don't go directly under my eye when I'm concealing because like I crease a lot under my eyes, but going directly under your eye tends to create much more creasing than you would want. So yeah, and I conceal under my eye, which you'll see here, kind of on the bridge of my nose, a little here. Like, I don't conceal much on my forehead because I don't have a big forehead, and I don't want too much concealer to where it takes away the kind of natural look. And then I conceal on my chin because I have a booty chin, and I be trying to tone it out a little bit. But yeah. With this step here, you'll tend to see people like create the triangles under their eye and everything, but like you really don't have to do that because like concealer, like the longer you leave the concealer on, the more it'll kind of just drag along, like not drag along, but like it'll reach more areas. And I use the tip of my beauty blender and just go in. And if you feel like you put too much concealer there, you can use the back where your foundation was and just go back over it so that it doesn't just sit there. While I let the rest of this concealer finish drying for a little bit longer, I go in and I kind of start contouring my cheekbones. I don't contour my nose because like I just feel like it never just looks right on me. I really haven't got the stuff down for contouring my nose yet. But I do know that when you contour your nose, you want to drag it into your eyebrows if you're gonna do that. I use powder because I prefer powder. This is the e.l.f. contouring palette. Yeah, just I blend these two shades together because I'm not this dark, but I'm also kind of this color, so we just want to blend it. If you're using a contour stick, you want to kind of blend upwards when you're blending, like just, which I kind of do with this, but you just, once you drag it here, you don't want to blend downwards because then you're just not contouring, you just want to blend upwards. I always make this face when I contour because it just gives, yeah. And I kind of have a natural contour oil line, so I just flow with that. And you don't want to drag it too far to your mouth because then you just look like you look like a clown. Or what I meant, like blend it upwards with the contour, you just go like kind of like this. Okay, so now that we contour, I let this dry down a little bit longer. I'll probably go back some more with some contour, but yeah, and we're gonna blend this out. And then like, even though I don't go put the concealer directly under my eye, I do blend up towards my eye like this. Just blend, blend, blend because you don't want to look like you're not blended. Okay, so now, no, I don't feel like I'm blended enough here. But you don't want to blend too much because you can tend to take the concealer off your face. So next we go in with our loose setting powder. So the setting powder that I use is also again Maybelline drugstore, love it. It's a Fit Me powder in the shade medium deep, 30 medium deep, like, see? Yeah. And like, I tried the Airspun one. It did not like it. It was too bright for me. And you don't want to look too bright when you're doing these stuff because, again, clown behavior. It's it's gonna give you very much class. Setting powder, it prevents most creasing, so I do crease along my smile line, so I do put setting powder there so I don't crease as much. This is kind of my shade in setting, like in my foundation shade, but if you want like a brighter look, use a brighter setting powder. I prefer to use my shade because it doesn't give me too bright, it doesn't make me too bright. And like in different settings, you don't want to look too bright and it doesn't transfer well, so like it can give you flashback when you take photos and everything, and flashback is terrible. Dab it in there, and I tend to blow mine off a little because it can be too much product when I first begin. And I don't my skin is very dry, so I don't use a lot of setting powder under my eye because it dries me out, and I just kind of blend it into my face and don't let it sit. And then you just want to conceal, I mean not conceal, set wherever you put concealer. Next, some people do blush. I don't use blush. I just don't. I never used it. I never got into it. But you would blush like above your contour and blend it in. Okay, pressed powder. So this is the Sephora Micro Smooth powder, Wet n Wild powder brush. Oh, this was also a Wet n Wild contour brush. So what this powder does, it is a pressed powder, so it helps to blend, set your makeup in place, and just like settle the makeup in. It helps to not move your makeup around a lot. Not a lot, but not move it around. So basically setting powder does the same thing, but this is just like a pressed powder. So yeah, and then I take it and I just buff out my face. And so like the little powder that y'all see here, yes, I was gonna get to it. I just buffed it out and kind of dust it off. And so like if you contour too dark or you don't like the way your contour is looking, you could just buff it out with this. Once I'm good and buffed, I move to the next step. So my next step is highlight. Okay, so for highlight, I tend to overdo it with my highlight because I just love highlight. Just like looking highlighted. I like looking luminous. I use the Maybelline again. Maybelline is that girl for us broke college students. So yeah, you don't have to go out and get these products. You can use what you have, because I've used some terrible makeup before and still make my face look good. So it's basically in the blending, in blend. Okay, blend. But yeah, I don't know where I got this brush from, but this is kind of my highlighting brush. And so for highlight, since I tend to like mine to pop more, I use setting spray before I put on my highlight. But I don't spray too much, and then like while my face is wet, I apply my highlight. Then I do a little smile to give the girl's cheek. I like to highlight the bridge of my nose, my inner corners, and above my lip. That's where I highlight. But I tend usually take my finger and just highlight here, kind of blend it out here. I don't drag this down my nose because sometimes that gives a little much, and yeah. Next is my eyeshadow. Like, if I'm doing a very detailed look, I do my eyeshadow after I do my eyebrows, but I'm not doing anything detailed. I'm just doing like a regular, it's not even regular, I just put brown shadow here. Taking It's my Ray Ray eyeshadow palette, and well, it's more than an eyeshadow palette. It's a eyeshadow palette with a mirror, you know, all that. This is highlight, contour, but taking like the brown from this to put into my crease so it doesn't just look like I just to give it a more in-depth look. That's not the term I want to use. It's something else that I said that I'm thinking about, but I just can't get it out. If I don't feel like taking this palette out, I close this one. Yeah, I definitely close this one. If I don't feel like taking my palette out, I just use the same thing that I contour with. Oh! Using my small brush for my inner corner highlight. It's like a very, very tiny brush that I use on my inner corner. But I don't want to do it with my finger because I usually put a lot right there. So I'm gonna be back. Okay, y'all, I am back. Yeah, I couldn't do this without this brush. So this is just like, I have no clue where I got this little brush from, but it is, I'm sorry, I'm not being a real YouTuber because I'm not a YouTuber, but it's just that girl for my inner corner highlight. Okay, and so like it's literally your inner corners because some people take it too far and drag it into their like they're on their eyelids, but like if you're going for an inner corner highlight, you do the inner corner. After I highlight, go back in with my setting spray. This is the Laura Geller Speckle Mist. It's a prime set refresh, so you can use this throughout the day. You can use it before you start doing your foundation and everything. So I use it just as a setting spray. Another setting spray that I absolutely love is the Morphe Continuous Mist setting spray. It's in a black can, and like she is that girl. The Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, another girl. NYX Matte Finish Fini Matte is a cheap one. It's very cheap setting spray. It usually brings your face together like after you've done everything. So like if you feel like you weren't blended well, or like it's just not it, like you set your face with this setting spray and it kind of just meshes it all together and it looks more fluent, balanced, and everything. Once you use setting spray, you don't want to do anything else to your face. So like before you set your face, do whatever you're gonna do, because if you don't, like, and you set your face, like it will move your makeup, and you don't want to move your makeup. The only step that I do after my setting spray is mascara, because if you put on mascara then you set, it kind of makes it like your mascara runny, and you don't want runny mascara. And you can never just use too much setting spray, so like, yeah, it is just dry. I just realized I forgot to put setting powder on my smile lines, even though I told y'all I'd do it. So yeah, but I just sprayed my face, so I'm not gonna go back and do it. Okay, for mascara, I used Maybelline again. I use Maybelline a lot. It's just a girl. This is the Big Colossal mascara. Yeah, I told y'all I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't do this. And I usually kind of do like a dot under my lashes, bottom lashes, just to make them look fuller. So I just dot it like this, you see. And then, yeah, that's basically it. Then, also, before you start doing your makeup, make sure you put on some lip gloss, some chapstick or something. You don't want to be doing your face and then you have crusted lips in the end. So when you start trying to do like a lip combo, that your lips just look really, really crusty. So you take a kind of a black eyeliner, lip liner. That's what it's called, lip liner. And then do nude or brown And then I add a little bit of lip gloss on top. And yeah. I'm about to fix my hair. Then I'm gonna come back and show y'all what I'm giving the girls tonight. Okay, y'all, so this is the finished look. I usually do my makeup standing up in the bathroom, but yeah. Yeah, this the finished look. Yeah.
This is my finished look. I still gotta do my hair, but period. Bye.
Period.